Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. And today we have another monstrosity haul, but this time, instead of being something from July or the previous catalog, this time we have some stuff from the fall winter catalog. I'm so excited to get into this box. It is gigantic. I will also be teaching you how to make a box fort out of Scentsy boxes later in a future video. But just kidding. Well, I might not be. But let's dive right in because there's a lot to talk about and this box is huge. So, ASMR moment. That was really exciting, right? Oh, there's some more. There we go. All right. We have so many things, all the things to talk about today. We have some warmers. We have the new, I believe we have the 10 new fragrances in bar form here. We have some body care. For those of you who saw my last haul video, oh my goodness, body care was everywhere. And we also have some Scentsy pods. We got so many things. Let's just dive in. All right, so let's first talk about how we have so many colored bulbs. Now, all the bulbs, all the time, all the bulbs. So, we may, at the end of this video, play with some of these colored bulbs in one of the warmers. I may do a video at some other point with colored bulbs, but we have red, green, orange, blue, and purple bulbs, and they come in both the 25 watt and the 15 watt variety, which is really exciting. So you can use them in night lights or you can use them in our full-size warmers. I'm a little bit like, why didn't we make some 20 watt bulbs? Because we have so many 20 watt warmers. Why did we decide that we were just going to exclude the 20 watt? Like, it's like the second child of the three was just forgotten about. So maybe those will come in future based on how well the 15 watt bulbs end up selling. Maybe that's why. All right. So I have a bunch of those. We won't go through all of them. I assume you know what your primary and secondary colors look like, so, and all that. But let's dive into what we have in here. So we have some pods. And I actually have one of the catalogs so I can read scent descriptions because Johnny here decided to be proactive before going and doing this video, so some of this would look a little bit more like I was trying. All right, so we have Scent Pod in First Day of Fall, which is described as all the best parts are here. Just picked pumpkin. I really need to watch what I'm saying when I'm talking fast. A breath of autumn woods, ground nutmeg, and a spicy dash of cinnamon. And it smells really good. It smells really good in the pods. I can imagine this is going to be delightful. My Scentsy Go. So our Scentsy Go's are like a portable fragrance delivery system. They're great for taking with you in the car or to the office or wherever you want a burst of fragrance that you may not otherwise have at a band rehearsal, you know, sports game, whatever. And these are pretty awesome. So, First Day of Fall. Let's go through the other ones because otherwise this video will be 10 years long. This is Cozy Cardigan. So this one is described as one of my favorite scents, but find bedded bliss in layers of soft suede, blushing rose, and amber silk. And it smells delightful, just like what I expect it to smell like. Sometimes when we have fragrances that are in bar form and wax form, they can smell different in different products. So, for example, sometimes if you get a wax bar, then try it in the laundry line, it might not smell the same, or in the body care line. And it's not that the scent is completely different or the fragrance is dramatically different, but sometimes the medium in which the scent is carried can affect the fragrance itself a little bit. Not to an extreme, so like it's not gonna smell like a completely different smell. So Cozy Cardigan isn't gonna smell like, I don't know, toasted marshmallows in a dumpster, but it may not be as strong, or the scent notes may come out a little differently. But this smells just like I imagined it, and I'm so glad it's back in the catalog. All right, I have a set of pods in Skimo Kiss. Ah, my sniffer has been fixed. So if any of you saw in one of my other videos, I think it was my Scentsy Club haul, I got a bar of Skimo Kiss, and for whatever reason, it just did not smell like Skimo Kiss to me. Something as I throw Scentsy pods at myself. Something must have just happened, like my nose was having an overload of scents that day, because I went the next day and sniffed the bar again to see if I was going crazy or if it was the bar itself that was an issue, and I was just going crazy. It smelled perfectly how I remembered it to smell. Sometimes that happens. We sometimes get scent blind, as we like to say. All right, so this is another one of my favorites. This is described as blackberry jam, caramelized brown sugar, vanilla, and amber in a softly romantic scent. And this is a great, especially in the wax, this is a great scent throw, and it lasts forever and ever and ever and ever. So does Cozy Cardigan. So that's kind of why I love these two so much. All right, then I have a scent pod set in Farm Stand Pumpkin. And fun story about this, when I first smelled this on cold once upon a time in a tester, I was like, ugh. And then I ended up warming this somewhere inconspicuous in my house, and when I went by that part of my house, my apartment, and when I went by that area, I was like, oh my goodness, what is that? It smells delicious. I don't know if it was a fluke, but I ended up really liking this. This is described as indulgent notes of fresh apple, cinnamon stick, pumpkin, and caramel. And I want to say that this almost had like a marshmallow note to me. Oh, it is so good. It's just as good. I'm not usually one who likes caramel or caramel, however you want to say it. But however this scent is blended, it just smells ooey gooey, yummy, delicious. I want it. It's like a buttery caramel versus a like just super sweet caramel. Anyways, that's Farm Stand Pumpkin. If you haven't tried that scent, I recommend it. All right, we have one of Vanilla Mint, which I have not tried warming or anything, but this is described as wintergreen frost sparkles over vanilla and frozen citrus. And I get more of the citrus note in the pods on first sniff than I did in the wax. Like, I get the mint or the wintergreen or whatever it's supposed to be. Vanilla to me is a secondary sort of scent in the pods, whereas in the wax form, I felt that the citrus and the mint were kind of the secondary and vanilla was the bigger scent. So it's interesting, again, like I was mentioning earlier, based on what delivery system you pick, sometimes scents can smell a little bit different, or different notes of the fragrance may come out more prominently. But I'm excited about that. And then I have one in Very Merry Cranberry here. I'm gonna be Scentsy going all through the woods to grandmother's house. All right. Lush red winter berries pop against a backdrop of snow-covered cedar, creating a lovely winter landscape. And you get cranberry right out the gate. So in the wax, again, I smelled more prominent cedar notes. In the pods, at least on first sniff, there is cedar there, but I feel like the cranberry kind of takes more center stage, which is interesting because I felt like there was a little bit different blended in the wax. Again, just reinstating my point. So those are I think this whole haul is for me. So before I go like, oh, this is for a customer. No, this is all for me because I'm an addict. All right. That is our Scentsy pods, it looks like. So let's move on to our next thing, which is oh, I forgot about these. I got car bars. I got car bars in sheer leather, Cozy Cardigan, which is amazing. Everything's gonna be Cozy Cardigan, and Skimo Kiss. I like all three of these fragrances, so I was curious to see how these would perform in car bar form. I prefer the car bars over the scent circles. I find that the scent circles, even though they've kind of improved supposedly, they don't last that long. Maybe if it says it's supposed to be like a week or something, I usually get like a few solid days and then it's like, where's the fragrance? But with the car bars, I have them going for forever and a day, sometimes to the point where I'm like, okay, I would really like to switch out this fragrance now. Can you stop being fragrant? Now, I will say that in the first 30 or 60 days, it says up to 30 days, the first 30 days, maybe a little bit longer, are definitely the strongest of the fragrance performance. But I've had, just to give you an example, a car bar and satin sheets in my car for the majority of this pandemic so far up to this point, and just this weekend I'm going to be replacing it for a new one. So it's lasted me months. Then again, if you want like a blast of fragrance in your car, you may change it more frequently. I don't mind when I get a subtle whiff of it versus the strong first few weeks or so. But those are the car bars. Then we have a laundry bundle, a laundry moisture bundle, because that makes sense. A moisture bundle. This is the body care line, not laundry. Still in the other haul, right? In Cozy Cardigan, because all things Cozy Cardigan must be here. I just love this fragrance, so I'm hoping that it will be just as amazing in all the forms that I have now obtained it in. I think, yes, I have more versions of Cozy Cardigan in this box as well. But here's the hand soap, the body cream and hand cream. Once again, pro tip, this is like half the price per ounce as the hand cream, and the formula is virtually identical. So unless you really need like the travel sized size of it, better bang for your buck. And then the body wash. All right, let's move on. Some more ASMR moments. And then we have a fragrance flower in, can you guess what flavor, fragrance? If you guessed Cozy Cardigan, you were right. Because I'm crazy. And I actually got the newest version of the flower to see what it looks like. So, did I? No, I lied. I did not get the new one. I got the old one. This is the old one. I'm a liar. This is the, what is this? Darling Dahlia, I think it's called. The new one is the Buttercup Bell. So clearly I did not get the new one, but I don't really care. I got it for the fragrance anyways, not for necessarily the flower. Fun fact, you can color these with like alcohol markers or whatever to get them to be colored. But if you do that, you void the warranty on the fragrance flower. So it will be pretty and it does work. I've done it. But in the event something happens or the markers you use cause the petals to fall off, it is out of warranty because you voided it. So just keep that in mind if you do decide to be creative with it. It looks awesome. It worked fine for me, but just beware if something does happen, you can't contact support anymore for replacement. Anyways, moving on. Now we're in the wax section of this video. And we have all sorts of things. Let me bring out my little catalog so I can review the scent descriptions with you because I don't remember them all. All right. So in here, we should have the 10 new releases and the Disney one. So let's start with the Disney one. This is 100 Acre Wood. It's come back. It is described as, grab your favorite hand and wander through a friendly forest swirling with cotton blossoms, wild jasmine, and sweet, cozy vanilla. It's purple wax. Again, I don't do the color, care about the colors, but it's light purple. There you go. It is a light fragrance, but I feel like a lot of Disney fragrances tend to be lighter. It's very pretty though. Oh my goodness. Please get out of the clamshell. Come on, please. Yeah, this is it's really light, but it's really pretty. You do get the vanilla, you do get the jasmine. You get the cotton blossom. Oh, it's so good. Honestly, regardless of how well this performs, as long as I can kind of get it to smell even lightly, this is going to go in my club and stay in my club forever and a day. Because the scent notes are just that delicious. But it is lighter. If you were looking for a more in-your-face scent, this is not going to be it. Then we have our 10 new releases that I all ordered in bar form because you only get so much out of the tester. So let's see if I can go in order. So we have Almond Croissant. That's the first one. This is a fresh baked croissant. Is made even more heavenly with cinnamon sugar and an infusion of almond. All right, so this still smells to me like churro churro, but with like less of a greasy donut sort of vibe, fried dough sort of note. This is more of like a fresh baked. Ooh, you do get the almond on this side. Oh, this is good. I like this before. You definitely get a lot more of the almond note in the bar, especially on the when you smell the back of the bar. The front smells like you get the cinnamon sugary sort of like churro churro vibe. It's not until you smell the almond note that you really smell the difference between this and churro churro. So if you love churro churro, you definitely will enjoy this. It's a different scent. It's not a greasy like dough sort of fried dough sort of vibe. It's more of a flaky pastry, almondy, drier sort of scent. Yummy though. Can't wait to see how that performs. Then we have breakfast in bed somewhere in here. There it is. Wake up to a warm pumpkin pastry filled with black raspberry and topped by a sweet cinnamon drizzle. All right. Let's see what it smells like on the bottom because the top is not giving me much. All right, there we go. You do get the pastry note. You do get more of the, I get more of the pumpkin mixed with the black raspberry in the bar, more so than I did in the tester. In the tester, I just mostly smelled like the berry note. And so it was like, that was like the black raspberry version of sweet plum pastry. This is like, you definitely get more pumpkin than I remember smelling in the tester. So there's definitely pumpkin. You definitely still get the black raspberry. I get almost more pumpkin than the black raspberry though in the bar itself. And you do get cinnamon, but it is a sweet cinnamon. Kind of like what you get like on a cinnamon roll versus necessarily like a red hot cinnamon. So that's a good thing because I don't usually like red hot cinnamon. Yeah, it's a really nice berry pumpkin pastry sort of smell. Definitely much less on in the, it's kind of on the vein of a pastry berry sort of thing. It's not a sweet plum pastry, and I don't think it's going to be as plum fruity. It's going to be more on the pumpkin side, but it is good. All right, I know this is turning into like first sniffs part 2, but we're gonna go with it, right? Let's find the next one. Apple and oats. Here we go. Rich buttery oats, caramelized apple, and warm hints of cinnamon beckon straight from a farmhouse kitchen, right? I get more of the oats in this one than I did in the... Woo! That is like sweet apple cinnamon going on back here. Yeah, you get that caramelized apple way, way, way more in this than you did in the tester. Because the tester, it smelled very dry and oatsy to me. But, woo, yeah, you definitely get that apple and cinnamon in there. It's a very sweet caramel apple sort of thing going on. I'm curious to see how this is going to perform now because originally I was like, oh, this is going to be like a weird dry bakery scent, but there's a really nice sweetness from that apple. So, again, testers aren't always the most accurate. Cloudberry Dreams, sweet raspberry and a whisper of rose soar through billowy bursts of peach and vanilla. I didn't like this in the tester, and I'm not sure how I feel about this in That should be a still frame right there. Ooh, I do not like this. What is going on in here? So the back of this, the bottom of the bar, I get so much sweet raspberry with like a weird rose note. The front of the bar, all I got was peach and vanilla. This is a very strange fragrance to me. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's trying too hard to be Angel, or what is it? Yeah, Angel's Experiment 6, whatever numbers, with peach in it. And I think that really bugs me a little bit. And the rose, it's a very interesting scent. I am very temperamental when it comes to peach in a fragrance form. So like apricot vanilla has peach in it. I like that. This, not sure. But we'll warm it because that's what we do. All right, I spent way too much time on that. Let's find the next one, Around the Campfire. Here we go. This one is Make Some Memories in the Mountain Air as notes of fresh fallen wood, smoky embers set the scene. Ooh, I like this. I like the front of it. Oh, okay. This reminds me... It does remind me of Bonfire Beach more than I thought it would. But without, like... It's like the big brother of Bonfire Beach. So instead of like that sea, fresh sort of air kind of thing, it's like the mountainy version of it. Yeah, to me, this is like an autumnal version of Bonfire Beach, which I know in the testers all across the board, people were like, bliss, ooh, I don't know. This kind of smells a lot more like Bonfire Beach on cold in bar form than it did in the testers. So that's a positive, hopefully. All right, Dancing Sugar Plums. Rich spiced plum falls right in step with visions of vanilla and sweet cinnamon apple. What's with these bars just not giving me anything on the front? I know I could rub them, but... Ooh, this is good. You definitely get plum. You get plum and vanilla first. And you get a sweetness from the cinnamon apple. Yeah, you get like a juicy sweetness from the apple component. And then you do get a little bit of the cinnamon, but it's a softer cinnamon, which is great. Again, I'm not a huge cinnamon person, and I was a little bit worried because a lot of the scents in this catalog are like, with cinnamon, now featuring cinnamon. It should have been like Scentsy's Fall Winter Cinnamon catalog, but I could do this. Yeah, the cinnamon's like a very back note. So it's like you get a very nice, rich sort of plum scent with vanilla mixed in, kind of like blackberry, raspberry vanilla, but more like plum vanilla. And then the sweetness of the apple brings out like a juicy note in the plum. Like I don't distinctly get apple, I get a sweetness, a juiciness, and then a hint of cinnamon. Really good. All right, we got 4 more, and then we're gonna get to the exciting part, which is the warmers. Not that this isn't exciting, but Autumn Road Trip. Take a tour through crisp harvest apple, just picked Anjou pear, and a forest of towering silver oak. This kind of reminds me of another scent from a different company that I can't remember the name of, that I was like, meh. Ooh. Oh my goodness, there's a Sensationals. There's a Sensationals limited edition wax. It has like a tree on the front. It's like an autumn color. What is it called? I don't remember. I don't think it's leaves or anything, but it's basically, this reminds me of that with an oaky bottom note. Oh man, this is really good. If I remember, I'll pull out a bar of this at some point and compare it to that one when I'm warming. and put it in my empties as a review at some point. But, oh, this is much, much nicer than I thought. It is definitely more of a woodsy, I don't know why they put it in the fruity category. I guess you get the pear brings it and the apple bring it into a sweet note, but I feel like it gets muted by that silver oak kind of nicely. So it's like sweet, but woods. Anyways, that's on road trip. Very excited about that. Just for you, this is the Wild Blackberry. Offers one-of-a-kind sweetness with fir balsam and pine needles. Most of these I'm not going to warm right this minute because August, and this is... Ooh, now this is interesting because I get a lot more of the blackberry. On the front of the bar, I get more, almost mostly blackberry, wild blackberry. On the back, I get the balsam and the pine needles as a forerunner. And then like the blackberry hides in the background. But I do like this. I'm actually really curious to see how that warms and what notes actually become the most dominant ones when it's warming. All right, we have 2 more and then we get to go and turn on some lights. Best in Snow, Frosted Evergreen, Cool Mint, and a breath of pure icy air posed together in a prize-winning winter snapshot. Yeah, so this one was, I think, the one that smelled like... I think this is the one that smelled like gum to me that I didn't like, or toothpaste. Yeah, I think it was this one. It smells like a fresh toothpaste or mouthwash to me. I don't know. It's just, I don't get so much of the evergreen so much as I get the cool mint and the icy whatever air. It's a fresh scent. I don't hate it as much as I did in the tester form. Like, it's not quite as chewing gum to me or toothpastey, but it's, we'll see when I warm it. I might be surprised. I might end up really liking this because there were a couple others that I was like, what is this? And then the last one of the new 10, just so we go through these again, Slay All Day, Snow Kiss Mint, and Juniper keep their cool as they dash through the crisp mountain air. Ooh. I get more juniper on first sniff in this one than I did in the tester. Whoa, okay. I get a lot of juniper. And maybe it's the juniper mixed with mint and mountain air. It's kind of like... You know what this reminds me of? This is like an icy, more minty version. Not that there was mint in the other version of it, but an icy, minty rendition of Rustic Lodge. Like if you liked Rustic Lodge and it's very cologne-y, foresty, this is like Rustic Lodge in the dead of winter. Or you get the crisp, icy air. You get that, there's a little bit more of like the tree note. I think it comes between the juniper and the mint, give it that nice balance. So it's like seasonal. So you've got like, what did I say? Route 66 was, let's say, spring or summer at the lodge, and then Rustic Lodge was fall, and this is like winter at the lodge. I'm gonna have like a whole storyboard for that one. All right, enough about the wax. Let's get into the most exciting thing right now, which is the warmers. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 warmers here that we are going to open together and take a look at. And the first one we have is In the Clouds. Now this is, I believe this is a 25 watt warmer. I tried to get mostly the 25 watt warmers because then I can use the colored bulbs. I was a little bit sad that a couple of the newer ones were 20 watts that were really cool because, not that there's anything wrong with a 20 watt warmer, but I like my 25 watt colored bulbs. So, in this box, we have a lovely clear dish, and I'm getting close to having to switch out my warmers for autumn, so that's going to be an adventure. So these came just in time. All right, so this is white. You can feel the white clouds on this, so it's like melted glass beads over the clear glass. It's very pretty. It has a notch in the back, right? And, there it is. I was like, where's my light bulb that's supposed to come here? So all of these, I believe, come with a clear bulb by default, the ones that we're going to look at. But for the 25 watt versions, you can certainly get a colored bulb. All right, let me put this in and plug it in, and then we will get some first looks together as to what it looks like. I always get worried that like the bulbs that come with these will not work for some reason or another. Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. That is so pretty. So as you can see the bulb through the warmer, but because of the melted beads on there, it kind of gives that milky distortion. And this one will look so gorgeous in different colors. So maybe when I do our video on colored bulbs, I will use this as our demonstration warmer to give you an example. Very pretty. I'm very excited about this one. And this is one of those ones where everyone is like looking at the fancy ones, and I was like, what is that one on the cover of our catalog? Oh, it's this one. All right, so let me put that to a side here. I feel like I should put this sort of semi-loosely back in the box so that I don't break it. Let's do that. Oop. Don't break. Okay. Let's go to our next one, which is the Crush Diamond. Now this is a 20 watt warmer. I was a little bit bummed that this was a 20 watt warmer because I feel like this one with colored bulbs would look really bomb diggity. But then again, I don't put wax in every single one of my warmers out because I have a lot of them out for display. So maybe this one will be a display warmer instead of a burning wax or melting wax warmer. You don't burn wax. Clear dish. Oh, these are packaged so nicely. So shiny. So I like shiny things, in case you didn't know. Therefore, most of the warmers I got are shiny ones. Now this is like a mirrored glass disco ball. It reminds me of the Crushed Warmers series that we have that I ended up hunting them down because I was like, oh, they're so pretty. So it's the same sort of idea where it's grouted. It's grouted with a dark black grout, which is really pretty. And let's see what this one looks like. Illuminated. Dun, 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 dun. 3, 2, 1. Oh, so this one's subtle. You do get the glow, right? But because they're mirrored glass tiles and the grout is dark, you're not gonna get as much light coming off of it, as you can kind of see. It's a little bit more dim. So this might work better in a room where you don't want a super bright warmer, but you still want something kind of glitzy and glamorous. You can definitely see it peeking through. I'll see if I can bring it a little closer. But it's like a nice soft glow behind all the tiles rather than in your face sort of glow. Very pretty. 2 for 2, doing well. Oh my goodness. My place is gonna be like a shiny, shiny, shiny place. All right, let's move that one over carefully. I keep saying that. I'm like, what happens if they fall over? Then we have, let's do our Disney one. So this one came back. This is the Winnie the Pooh Honey Pot Warmer. I believe this retired, I don't know how long ago. But they brought it back for this fall, winter. So if you missed out, it's time to get it. And you get, isn't it funny how a bear likes honey? There's no such thing as too much honey. And this one is a 25 watt warmer. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, that's interesting. So this is a little different than some of our newer warmers. It's a kind of old style where the warmer base is separate from the actual warmer itself. which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you would put the top, which is one big piece. So instead of having a separate dish, it is attached. You put this on top of the warmer base. So let me go ahead and take the bulb out so that we can test out this warmer together. So many warmers, so many bulbs, so much stuff all around me, buried in here. So this one might be a little tricky to hold up, but we're gonna try. So you get the bulb, the base. Come here. And then the warmer goes on top, like that. Isn't that adorable? And you get this lovely relief of all the different characters. So you have, looks like Pooh and Tigger and Piglet and Eeyore and I don't remember the kangaroo. And then the bunny as well. I can't remember his name either. That's terrible. And then you have a little bumblebee on the side. And then on the top you have Pooh sneaking in the honey pot. So isn't that cute? And of course, in the back, you have a spot for where the cord goes. I don't know if you can see that, but that is adorable. And it is a ceramic warmer. The top dish is, let me pull this out. The top dish part is glazed where you put your wax, and then the outside is kind of semi or unglazed. So just keep in mind, if you warm stuff in some of our ceramic warmers, try not to have a waxident because it could potentially stain the unglazed ceramic. All right, we have 2 more warmers. Let me put this in here though, so I don't damage it. That's the fake fancy way of saying damage. But I also don't want to do that, so. All right, almost there, guys. I've got 2 more to go through. There's so much stuff. We have, I'm so excited about this. This is the Bubble Ultraviolet. Bubbled Ultraviolet? Bubbled. My favorite color is purple, so I had to get this one. And I was a little worried because it was like, is it pink? Is it purple? It is a purple. It's a purpley pink. Here, let me hold it up against the color. It's not like a deep royal purple, so if you're looking for that, this is not going to do that for you. Although, I bet you if you put a purple Scentsy bulb, because it's a 25-watt warmer in here, then it would be really purpley. And look at that. Oh my goodness. So it has indentations like bubbles, and it has kind of a little bit of an iridescent sheen to it. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It is very clear, so you will see the bulb in this. So if that's not something you like in your warmers, keep that in mind as well. This is a 25-watt warmer. And it comes with a clear bulb. Like I said, you can put our new colored 25-watt bulbs in there. I think Spice Dawn actually has a video where she has inserts of stills of this one and then the In the Clouds one with the different colored bulbs. So feel free to check her stuff out. I will try to remember to put her video in the link below. Oh, why did it flicker like that? Maybe I didn't screw the bulb in tight enough. That's all right because it looks really pretty. It does look a little bit more purple pinkish, but you still get a little bit of iridescent sheen on it. Definitely purple, though. I would say that this with a purple bulb would be phenomenal. And I may just do that since I have a bunch of purple bulbs. All right, so that is the Bubbled Ultraviolet. And we have one last warmer before we end this beautiful video on everything under the sun. If we don't break things, that would be great. I would be even happier then. Our last warmer that we have in here is heavy. All right, this is the Acute Copper. This is the $55 warmer. It's a little bit more expensive than some of our other ones. This, I am very curious to see what it looks like, because if it looks really exciting, I may get this for my mom for a present, because she really likes copper things. Now, what's interesting about this one is that it comes with a square dish, not a round circular dish. So, a little bit different in design. Woo-doo-doo. And it is heavy. It is really pretty. Not even lit up yet. It's definitely copper. It's copper, crushed glass with the grouting in a white. So unlike the crushed diamond, I have a feeling once we turn this on, it is going to give off a lot more light overall. I mean, it'll still probably, where the crushed glass is not quite show through, but because the grout color is white, in those areas, it may be brighter. So this is a 25 watt. This one would be interesting to see in colored bulbs. Maybe I'll try that. But let's for now just plug it in and take a gander at what this monster looks like. Oh, come on, power cord. Really? Ta-da! Wow. So it's more illuminating, more luminescent than the crushed diamond one, for sure. It's definitely brighter. It's not overwhelmingly bright, and if you notice based on where it is, because of all the different angles, you get some darker and lighter shading areas as the light glows through. But it is really pretty. And it's also very heavy. So if you needed something in the middle of the night for an intruder coming in, you may want to get a couple of these to have around. But it's really pretty. It's really unusual too. I'm a huge fan of the crushed sort of mosaic glass sort of things that they do. But I really wanted to see what this would look like. So I have nothing else to show you today. We got through the whole entire box. So I hope this was really helpful for you, to give you an idea of some of our new product line, to give you an idea of what some of the bars and wax actually smell like relative to the testers, because it can sometimes be different. If this video helped you, please consider liking this video and hitting the subscribe button for more videos in the future. And if you have any questions about Scentsy or need a Scentsy consultant, I will leave my information in the description box below. Hope you are having a wonderful beginning to August, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.